pressing it down, it adheres beautifully. And you could actually put a second layer on top if you want it to look a little thicker and not as transparent. By just doing the one layer, you can actually see a little bit of the cardstock through it. And these tapes, I get them on clearance at Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I always go to the clearance section, and whenever I see a roll that's on clearance with so many pretty colors, I know that I will put it to good use and not go wrong. So as you can see, I'm getting actually low on this particular tape. So I've used it several times and I'm almost getting to the end. So I will be on the lookout for another match of that pretty pink. So again, look how simple and easy. At a diagonal, it's really fail-proof. You could do this with your kids. They would love it. Makes it colorful. And as you can see there in the second row, I actually didn't bring it all the way across. So I'm going to show you in just a second how I correct that and how nobody would really know it all. So I'm going to get this up off my workspace here, and I'm just going to fold over the edges. You could flip this over and just cut off the ends. But like I said, if you are doing this with your kids, this makes it so simple and easy, just folding over the edges. Fail-proof. Perfect. And nobody ever sees the back of your card. It's going to be adhered to your card. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop down little tape, fill that spot in. Perfect. Can't even tell. And then I'm also going to do it for the first row too. I have a little spot that's open there. And then just fold over the ends. Voila. Good to go. All right. On to our next step. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. I went ahead and cut my card base down to 4 inches by 5 inches. I'm going to get started on my big, bold, one-word love sentiment. I'm going to take some white cardstock and do multiple cutouts of it and actually stack it up together just to give it some dimension. And then I've taken my last layer of white shimmer paper, as you can see there, and I'm going to pop that on the top. It's really nice. It's very subtle, but just gives it a little bit more shine. So I'm just, as you can see, stacking these up, making it nice and thick. And I'm using my multi-medium matte glue. That's perfect. I get them in a 3-pack on Amazon. They are so reasonably priced. I also buy the big one and put them in some glue bottles for, smaller glue projects. But these are great. They dry clear. And then I'm gonna go ahead and adhere my last layer, which is the white shimmer. Right on top. This glue is so easy to use, and like I said, it dries clear, so it is fail-proof. Great for kids. You can always use the Elmer's glue paste too for the kids as well. Nice and easy for them. But this cleans up nicely, dries clear. And I'm just going to adhere that, give it a couple of seconds. And of course, I always take, whenever I do dimensions like this, and I go ahead and give it a few minutes to dry and set it right up under something heavy like a book or a candle, and it just really sticks everything together. But this glue works beautifully, and I love how that has turned out. It's nice and thick. I'm going to get started with my scalloped heart, and you can really use a circle. You could use a scalloped circle. I actually received these together in a pack from Amazon, and I will definitely list those below. But of course, I'm going to go with the heart, scalloped heart, and this is 4.5 by 3.5. And I went ahead and die cut that out, and I'll put it at an angle. And anything that hangs over, we're just going to cut off. And I'll pop this up on 1/4 inch foam tape. Again, the foam tape is from Amazon. Works beautifully. Comes in a big roll. There are actually 2 rolls that I receive in the pack, and they are a 1/4 inch by 50 feet. Oh my goodness, now that's some foam tape. So I'm just going to pop this up on the back of my heart, and I'm only going to do the one side because I am going to be cutting some of this off, so I just want to get it where I'm not going to be wasting it. Just kind of in the center there, and it works beautifully. Any foam tape would do, and you don't even necessarily have to pop it up if you don't want to, but it's so simple and easy. It's actually, I would say, a little easier than doing any gluing. But of course you could just do adhere it right to your card base. That looks good. I like the angle. I want to make sure that I'm saving room for my little character down there at the bottom. That little cutie looks great. So I'm just going to cut off the edge there that I'm not using. That looks great. I'm loving how this is coming together. Now that I have my heart in place, I'm going to go ahead and put my big, bold love sentiment right there. And I'm just going to use some of my multi-medium matte glue. Put a little bit of that on the back. Now, of course, you could pop this up too a little bit more, but it's already pretty thick. I have 6 layers of my cardstock on there and that sentiment, so that is looking great. That's exactly what I'd like it to do. Looks great. And now we are ready to adorn it with the cutie. These are great because they have already a little foam tape square on the back of them. And of course you could add a little bit more just to even it out, but it really adheres nicely. And again, these are from the dollar store. I'm gonna add just a little extra multi-medium matte glue on there just to make sure it stays in place. And it looks just gorgeous down there in the corner. I love how all the colors came together, the black shimmer, the white, and the pink. All inspired by a dollar store pack of cute birds. I love how it's coming together. I'm just getting rid of any excess there. I have those little, I think they're lip wands. Now you could add and adorn this a little bit more. You could add some hearts, just showing you some options. And it just dresses it up a little bit. You could put some hearts on the swan, and it adds a little sparkle. You could add some gemstones, but really, I don't think the card needs anything else. The colors are nice and bright and vivid. I have the shimmer black cardstock. I have the shimmer white cardstock, and then the bright bold pink. I'm gonna go ahead and take my 1/4 rounder and just go around the corners and just soften up the ends there. And then we're gonna adhere that to my black textured card base. And that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, sorry. And again, I'm going to pop this up using my foam tape with a piece right in the center to make sure it doesn't sink. There's so many ways that you can actually adhere this to your card and make sure it's in the center. I just usually eyeball it. Just want to show you how beautiful that textured card is. And that's from Park Lane. I get a pack of them at Joann's, and I go ahead and just unstick the top portion, make sure it's centered and in place, and then I know there's probably an easier way to do it, but this seems to be the way I do it and torture myself, and just try to keep it centered. Could always keep a couple edges on the outside left off as well. And it just makes sure it's centered. And that looks great. So that is our card. That's our fun, whimsical card. And I am just finishing it up with a couple heart gemstones I have in pink and the clear, and I really like that. It came out really nice. I'd love to see and hear what you've come up with, and if you've done this card with your kids, I would love to see that, and I would love your comments. If you could, please like my video. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate your support. So tell me your thoughts, tell me what you think, and what else you'd like to see. So thank you for joining me today. Again, this is Tracy at Happy Bubble Notes. Boosting smiles, one bubble at a time.